Hi guys, welcome again to the Perfect Woman podcast. This is where we celebrate the real, radiant, and powerful woman that you are. This is a space to connect to yourself, body, soul, and your mind. I am your host, Ignada Joy. Each week, we explore the balance between personal growth, self love, uncovering tips, stories, and strategies to help you improve in your personal life. No filters, no limits, just real conversation. And yes, today, guys, we have something really interesting. As you can all see, I'm looking so pretty, and this is because although I always look pretty, but today's topic resonates with me a lot because I'm a pretty woman. So we're diving into pretty privilege. Is it a burden or a blessing? Is it easier for attractive women? Yes. It could be easier for attractive women, but we do not talk about, the other part of it. It's easier, of course, when we go out and somebody opens the door for us because we're beautiful, or yes, somebody wanted to get us a drink because we're beautiful. But do you think about the bias situation when a pretty woman is seated at a board meeting and they just don't want to, give her a privilege to speak, or feel that she is actually a smart woman just because she's pretty? Or would you say that the harassment of having stalker, people who are just, maybe, I don't know if I'll call it obsession, but I mean having people who are stalking you and your safety is at stake, would you say that being pretty can also be a blessing when you go through all of those things? Because I mean, I'm a pretty woman, I face these things a lot. It's a privilege lives as an intersection of admiration and objectification. Because I mean, look at it, right? Most people see pretty women that, oh, I admire you, you're so fine, and all of that. Why some other people see a pretty woman rather, and just want to objectify her, right? And being pretty also comes with a price. Not because I'm beautiful doesn't mean I don't go through all of these things. Like, a lot of people can be, when they just see that you're a fine girl, or when they just see that, oh, you're actually like physically beautiful, there's this narrative that comes towards it. They have to maybe start to, especially the men, they just start to objectify you or start to sexualize you immediately, even if that is not what you're bringing to the table. Being pretty can make you sin, but it can also give you that sense of visibility that you never asked of. Like, for example, a pretty woman in a boardroom, right? And maybe she's trying to, contribute, she's trying to, add to the meeting and all of that. People just instantly feel that, oh, she's too, pretty to be like, or too perfect to be taken serious, or she's too, cute to be taken serious, which can be like frustrating, because a lot of people do not know that pretty women also face through some things, especially in the professional world, right? Like, there's this sense that, oh, when you're too perfect, and more often than not, this always, like, makes some pretty women try to tune down their look, try to tune down how they look, just to make sure that people don't perceive them in a wrong way, or in a way they do not want, especially in that kind of setting, especially in a professional setting. So I have some controversial elements that I would like to speak about. Attractiveness equals automatic advantage. When you're attractive, it's okay for you to have some advantages. I wouldn't lie, right? Of course, it could give you some maybe straight up interview. They won't ask us, oh, she's a fine girl, let her go. Or maybe even in the dating world, right? When you're pretty, when you're attractive, they just feel that, oh, don't worry, it'll be easy for her to get a man and all of that. And sometimes people misunderstand that being attractive sometimes can cause mistrust, can cause envy, and can cause the one that every pretty woman face right now, sexualization. And sometimes you don't even want to be in that space, but they automatically start to sexualize you just instantly because you're beautiful or because you're pretty, right? Because at the end of the day, we know that pretty privileges bring some good things, but all of this other side that is so sad, like, even assumption of misconception, feeling that, oh, you are not competent enough, or you're too cute to have sense, or you're too cute to be smart. That kind of vibe. Like, it's so annoying, especially the pretty women who are trying to do so well for themselves. And you go to a setting and somebody just feels that, oh, don't worry, you're too cute, just sit. And do not want you to contribute to anything because you're pretty. The dumb hot girl stereotype, right? It can be so frustrating when people see a beautiful girl and they just feel that, oh, she doesn't have no depth, she's not intelligent, or whatever the society, has, put a narrative over, being a beautiful person or being a beautiful woman, right? There's this funny narrative that is rooted in media that you be like, that is so biased on beautiful women because you just feel, oh, she's not intelligent enough, oh, she's not as smart as you think, oh, don't worry, she's just beautiful and it's not just man good, and it's sad because a lot of pretty women bring things to the table. Like, there are a lot of pretty smart women out there, and I'm so grateful for social media right now because some of us who are trying to make sure that people see that we have it all, and we're trying to put ourselves out there on social media and let people understand that being pretty doesn't necessarily mean I am dumb, or doesn't necessarily mean I'm just meant for sexual activities, right? I can also be involved in board meetings, be a CEO, have big businesses and run it, right? So I'm so glad that women out there, if you know you're a pretty woman, a shout out to you, because I know that, you know, there are some parts of our lives where some people do not see, right? Weaponizing beauty versus being judged, right? The society doesn't give, because of how the society see pretty women, and of course, it's still the same society that will still judge you. And it's so funny when you see women trying to weaponize their beauty. I weaponize my beauty. I strategically, know that I'm a beautiful girl, and I use it in some setting. Like, I use my looks strategically. I know I'm a fine girl, and beauty is currency. Beauty is money, right? If you want to know how rich a man is, look for his woman, right? Beauty. And most rich men or most doable men go for the pretty women, right? Or, I mean, I wouldn't say the women that are not so pretty do not go for the rich men, or the rich men do not go for them. But I mean, look at the statistics. Like, the richer men go for the beautiful ladies, because beautiful ladies, beauty is currency in a nutshell. Right? Maybe so they're trying to interview me and say, man, they'll instantly give me the job because why? I'm a fine girl, not because they want to see, oh, is she intelligent enough? And if I now then try to use my beauty to, strategically to maybe receive what I want, society will still judge me. What do you people really want? Leave us alone with the Fine Girls Association. I'll talk about this because this is very important. Unwanted attention and safety risks. Right? It can be funny, but pretty women go through it. Pretty women, there's no how you have not had a stalker in your life, right? And it can be stressful. It could just be from like a normal coffee date or a normal, hangout. Then all of a sudden, this nigga is stalking you. Why are you stalking me? To the extent that they start bombarding you with so many messages, start following you around, and it can be weird because and scary, right? Because imagine having to have an obsessed lover. Like, that's not even love. Love is not supposed to be obsessed. Love is supposed to be mutual, right? So imagine having to, like, being stalked, and how your safety is not even guaranteed anymore because one fucking nigga is out there saying, oh, they like you, and they're just stressing your life, sending you numerous messages, calling you with different numbers. Do you get? And it can be frustrating. We didn't choose to be beautiful. We're not the one that gave birth to ourselves. Nobody chose that, oh, I'm going to be pretty in my so when I'm born. We didn't choose this. And sometimes when we try to complain to some people, they say because you're a fine girl, or because just one flimsy excuse, instead of them to be like finding means of how can you be saved, how can I take you out of this situation. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's sad, right? Once upon a time, I used to be stalked. I had to change my number because it was becoming a problem for me and my life. It's stressful to find yourself having to be the way you are, and yet you're not safe, and yet Even if when you come out to talk about all of these things, some people say, oh, do you know how you look? Do you know how sexy you are? Do you know how fine you are? That's crazy, guys. So I will say this, right? Recognize how appearance affects perception. Recognize what your looks can bring, especially when you go in some kind of setting, right? You know that your beauty could either work for you or work against you, right? To recognize that and know how you can, strategically move. Right? For example, if you're in a club or in a nightclub, you know that, oh, being pretty, you are the baller, right? But in some setting, maybe in a workspace setting, right? When you're pretty, it gives people just feel that, oh, you're a liability or one kind of thing just because you are beautiful, especially in those kind of corporate setting. Now, also use beauty without dependence. Of course, being beautiful is good. Being fly, looking all pretty is good. When they open the door for you and you smile and walk in. But I mean, do not rely on it, right? Because beauty fade. Beauty do fade, but skills and character, endure for a while. Instead of being, just about your looks, guys, this is serious because age is there, right? And you cannot be beautiful forever. They said the most beautiful ones are not yet born, right? And at the end of the day, right, you know that your skills, your character are one of the things that, hold you apart from your physical look. And one of my episodes, I talk about beauty standards, and I make sure that make you guys understand that beauty is not just about what is outwardly, it's also about what you have inwardly, like character, honesty, all this kind of attributes, attitude, right, can also be part of beauty, right? So it is so sad if you don't tend to depend on your beauty for a long time. I'm sorry, okay, let me not say too much, because at the end of the day, when some girls begin to go through that phase where they now start feeling that they are not opening the door for them as usual, people are not always buying them drink as usual, and they tend to realize that their beauty is fading and they do not have good character, they do not have good skills to help them be substantial, like to help them have more substance. I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry for you. Challenge internalized bias. It's funny, right? How other women, talk bad or sometimes judge the beautiful women. And it is weird. We are not the one that made ourselves. I don't understand. We're not the one that made ourselves. God made us this way. We were not there when they were putting all of the things together, where my father and mother were, consummating or whatever, right? We were not there. Right, so if you're now a woman and you're not judging another woman for being beautiful or just having some hate vibe because she's beautiful, it is weird. So it is important that we challenge the internalized bias attitude from other women. It's important that we reflect on how society use beauty to either a threat or a cheat code. I still have some women that I know that they're so beautiful, and every time I look at them, I'm like, oh, why are you so fine, right? Instead of me being the one like, why she even go carry body like that, why she even dey waka like that, and so she dey take do, or why she even take open her body like that, can you come, that is ew. So if you're a woman out there and doing that, level up, sis, level up. Safety, and validation, right? Your safety is more important than whatever validation, right? And also, women, learn to discern and know, when an admiration is turning into danger, and also be unapologetic about, setting boundaries, about saying no, or about, unwanted, stuff. If you don't want something, say it. And also, unwanted attention is not compliment to the men out there. If I say I don't want to see you, I don't want to talk to you, don't come and be sending me stupid message. Hi there, how are you doing today? With cho. And I want to invest me pass. If I do not want any kind of attention from you, please stop complimenting me, because it annoys me, pisses me off. Right? So please. And yes, women, try to discern so you know how to handle all of these things, right? Know when somebody's already doing too much, when they're already, misbehaving, and cut it off immediately. The sooner you're able to even cut all of those things, the better for you. The sooner you're able to set boundaries, the better for us as women. But of course, I'll give you some tips to help you you know, navigate the pretty privilege. One thing I would say, do not downplay your intelligence or achievement, right, to seem less intimidating. Don't do that, girls. Don't do that. If you're in a space that you feel that you don't want to do too much, let them not go and say something. My dear, own your beauty. Is it us that cause it? No. Own your beauty. Don't try to downplay or, try to say, oh, I don't want to do too much. Do too much. It's just obvious they are doing too low. So do too much. I don't know why I shouted like that, but I mean, I am too much myself. People who know me know I am too much. So if you can't handle it, that is on you, right? You see, I'm looking straight into your eyes. That is on you. I'm going to make sure that I do not in any way downplay my intelligence or downplay all the things I have going on around me for any freaking person. I do not care about your emotions. If you cannot fix yourself, that is on you. Also, I would say this: build credibility and consistency, right? Let your work speak for you, right? You don't have to do too much, but let your work speak so loudly that it overshadows assumption, right? Or overpowers assumption. Don't let people just, assume things. Let them see your work, right? Let them know that, oh, this lady, she was a graduate. This lady built a business. This lady did this lady overcome all the whole challenges. Let it work for you. Let all of this, showing up attitude, credibility, keep working for you. And of course, develop phrases or strategies to shut down unwanted advances or inappropriate comments without escalation. There are different methods for you to be able to, drop it down, develop phrases. You can if it's symptom some kind of thing. Like I was telling my friend that I hate when somebody call me gym rat. And she was like, oh, it doesn't mean anything. I do not like it. And I'm going to tell you, don't call me that. Oh, you can say, oh, I love the way you work out. So that's just on a lighter note, right? If you say things to me and I don't like it, I tell you immediately. I don't like to even sit down, right? So, even if could be anything, it could be anything in general, right? I just make sure that when I don't want something, I tell you immediately, and it doesn't even on unwanted advances. If you're trying to escalate, the way I even look at you and eye you, nobody even tell you that file, wahala ni o. Do you get? So know how to develop phrases, how to manage these things, because as a pretty woman, one way or the other, you will encounter these things, and you cannot bypass it, especially when you're a fine girl. I'm sorry, guys. That's what we signed up for, right? And yes, document harassment. When you're in a setting and somebody's talking to you anyhow, or somebody's bullying you just because you know that, oh, the person you're a fine girl, especially all these police, to make it harder to on camera down, make they see that they bully you. Because at the end of the day, it's with all of these videos and thing that people will actually know that, oh, you were around. Because at the end of the day, you can even come out to say, oh, somebody tried to rape me, and somebody say, no be you wear sexy thing, no be you wear short thing. Because it can be annoying, right? It can be sad to be that in that setting when you even come out to speak and people don't even try to believe you. So try as much as possible to document harassment. Types of frequently asked questions, right? And one will be, is pretty privilege real or just an excuse? It is real, guys. I know a lot of places I've been able to enter just because I'm beautiful. I know a lot of things I've been able to have because I'm beautiful. Of course it's real. Being pretty, gives you some extra advantages that, you usually wouldn't get if you're not pretty. Can pretty privilege backfire? Yes, absolutely. It can lead to be, people see you as, like I said, they'll objectify you, sexualize you, or even target you, or sometimes underestimate you because you are beautiful. The only part is when they even sexualize you. When you're speaking to somebody and just coming maybe in a business perspective, and all they can see is body where they want, where they want okwe, and you're here talking about business, talking about something serious, and it's stressful. I wouldn't even lie, right? Even as a pretty woman, when I try to speak to investors for my business as a real estate agent, I know the struggle I face. Like, they don't take me seriously a lot of the time, right? They'll just be looking at me in a different way. I'm like, Ufetale, I want to sell house. Stop looking at me like this. This is not why I'm here. But can I help it? No, I cannot help it, right? But that is why I have come up with a new strategy of how I'm going to grow my business, which I've been working on with my team and will be launching very soon. Because let me just leave that story for another day. Let me leave it for another day, right? Okay, let's go on to the next question. I feel guilty if I benefit from pretty privilege. Why did you feel guilty? No guilt is necessary, my girl, but awareness is matter, right? Enjoy. If someone wants to offer you something, smile and receive it and say, oh, thank you. I mean, that's what we get, right? If you decide to dash me money, I'm like, oh, thank you, you're so sweet. Ooh. I mean, if you open the door for me, I would say thank you, right? I wouldn't say, oh, I'll start feeling guilty that. No, absolutely not. Not for you. Also, as much as you're acknowledging the benefit, also try to uplift others who are overlooked due to bias. You cannot, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't be the part of the people that, try to body shame somebody or try to just look down on people because of maybe they look a certain way. I would never do that. So even if you're pretty and you have those privileges, try to uplift the others who are the other part, right? Or the other side. Because why should you be part of the people that just say stuff that can hurt people's feelings? You shouldn't do that. Right? Next question will be, how do I set boundaries with unwanted attention? Be direct. No, I don't want it. No, I'm not interested. Please respect my space. Please leave my DM. Please don't talk to me. Be direct. There's no harm in you saying no. Like, especially when you are so straightforward and direct to these boys, especially, they'll just feel like, but I mean, you can handle and manage those situations by just being direct. People to outgrow pretty privileges. Oh God, guys. Yes, it's possible. We should not forget that age is a factor, right? It will come a time when we'll get so old, when we'll have wrinkles, when we'll not have, smooth skin like that, which I always pray to get there. Like, I spoke about my last episode, wasn't my last episode, the episode before that, I spoke about age and how women are judged by being older and all of that, right? Pretty privileges would always, have a time where you outgrow it, right? It's okay, and it's okay, right? It's okay. That's why I've always said that for you to have substance, develop some skills and good character at the end of the day, because this is what will keep you relevant. This is what will keep you, they say, oh, why do you like that girl? Oh, apart from her looks, I like that she is, well put together. I like that she speaks well. I like that she's ambitious. I like that she's honest. These are good characters that you can develop. Let's be honest, right? Pretty privileges can get you some things. Pretty privileges can get you stuffs, right? Pretty privileges can get you, somebody buying you a drink just because you're beautiful. Somebody is dashing you some gift just because you're beautiful. Yes, we know that there's some disadvantages to being pretty, right? I'm not saying I would like to come to this life not being pretty. I'm not saying that, right? I just want you guys to understand that women who are out there, who are beautiful, who look so nice, we also go through some certain things that more often than not, people do not talk about it so much. Beauty can open doors for you, but only you will decide if you want to walk through that door or kick them down. So you still have the chance to make, good choices around how people perceive you, and, make sure that people do not, bring those kind of bad energy to you. And one thing I would say, like I said, do not downplay yourself for anybody. If you're feeling that, oh, you're doing too much, keep doing too much. Keep doing too much, right? If anybody has a problem with you, they should go fix themselves. Or rather, they should go and hug a transformer. Or better still, don't buy data. Do you have any pretty privilege stories? Except for my pretty ladies, right? So tell me if you have any pretty privilege stories in the comment section. Hashtag the Perfect Woman Podcast. You know, we are here to listen to you. It could be messy, it could be funny, it could be dark, you know, and it could be powerful. So we're here to listen to you. So make sure you tell us your story in the comment section. Hashtag Perfect Woman. Thank you so guys. We have come to an end of today's episode, and I hope you do enjoy every bit of this episode. If you're yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, make sure you do so. Like, share, and of course, because this episode is about pretty women, share to that your pretty friend who is out there, who feels sad sometimes because, you know, she's misunderstood. Comment, and do not forget to subscribe. Thank you so much. I do love you guys. Mwah.